Before we get started, I want to get one word out of the way right now. I'm going to say it. You're all thinking it. It's going to happen. Look at that. This guy, he's adopted. Yes, I'm adopted. Being adopted isn't all that bad. It's not like glamorous like Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt or anything. I was adopted by a white family in the city of Detroit who had all family from Kentucky. This seems like it'd be a match made in just cultural heaven, but at times it wasn't.
Outside the city, bro.
There's a guy in my family, he's my grandfather, his name's Grandpa Jim, who's one of the, what I would call an ignorant racist, not like an outright racist, but like he didn't know he was racist because he's like 75 and from Kentucky. Because he had a nickname for me growing up, and it was George. And I never knew why. I was like, he always say, "Oh, do you know George? How's it going, George?" So they say, "Grandpa, why do you call me George?" He says, "Oh, because you remind me of Curious George." Now, as a kid, I'm thinking, "Oh, that's great! A precocious little primate. He thinks I'm that." Then I got older, and I was like, "This motherfucker thinks I look like a monkey." I mean, you would think it would stop there, but I mean, the piece de resistance of Grandpa Jim was one day, I was about 13 years old, a wee little tyke, I was only 6 feet tall, and we're having dinner one day, eating mashed potatoes, I hear a knock on the door. Door opens up, it's Grandpa Jim, surprise dinner visit, unannounced, sure. Walks in the door, stands there for about 3 seconds, and my dad says, "How's it going, Jim?" "So, it's going good, Dan." Says, "Oh, what can I do for you? We're eating dinner." "Oh, I just bought a brand new car. I wanted to tell you about it." Says, "All right." Says, "Yeah, it's a 1957 Chevy Bel Air. This car is beautiful. It's got brand new leather seats inside, a nice paint job, big old fins on the back, big white wall tires. These tires are shinier than a nigger's butt." So then there's about 35 seconds of dead silence in the dining room. And you think 35 seconds is not that long, but after your racist grandfather says that, 35 seconds is the longest 35 seconds of your fucking life. So nobody knows what to say. Complete total silence. My grandpa, he knows what to say. Here's what he says. "I'm gonna go." He just leaves. Like, that was his goal for the night, was to come over and do that. Like, he woke up that morning, says, "What am I gonna do today? I'm gonna watch some NASCAR, I'm gonna brush my teeth, I'm gonna go over to Dan's house and racially compare his car tires to his son's little butt." Sounds like a fucking plan, Grandpa. So the next morning, doesn't end, the next morning, my dad comes in my room, he says, "Mike, get your clothes on, we're gonna go over to your grandpa's house." I said, "I don't wanna do that." He says, "No, come on, we're gonna go look at this car, we have to humor him at least." He says, "All right." So we get in the car, we drive over there, open the garage, we stand there, and we stare at this beautiful car. Stand there for about 6 minutes in silence. So my grandpa starts saying something. Looks over at me, he says, "Hey, George," which a term that was like a nice, sweet childhood term of endearment now burns my soul because I know he's a racist jackass. He says to me, "So a nice colored girl just moved in down the street." I say, "Okay." He says, "Well, I'm just saying, maybe you two could date. Have some little black babies sometime in your life." I say, "Oh, that's a really crisp idea, Grandpa. I'm gonna find this random black girl, because I'm still 13, and I'm gonna have sex with her, and we're gonna have little black babies for you to compare your little tires to. It's gonna be great. I can't wait for it." So then we get in the car, my dad and me, we're sitting in the car for 4 minutes in the car ride, not saying a word. So all of a sudden my dad says, "So, it was a nice car, right?" I say, "Yeah, it's nice. Those tires were pretty fucking shiny, too." He says, "Yes, they were, son. Yes, they were." He's one of those grandfathers who will stand in the screen door and just watch life passing by, like not doing anything but bitching about everybody, and especially like any other race that's ever around, ever. I was sitting in there watching his stories, because they had to babysit me at the end of the day for no reason, because my parents worked late, because they were white people. And so he says, "Hey, so you see these stories, right?" And I say, "Yeah." He says, "You could be one of these stories, you know?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He says, "Well, look out there in the street. You see all those kids running around?" I say, "Yeah." He says, "You can shoot every single one of them when you grow up. You can do that." Thanks, Grandpa. You've got the best advice ever. I want to be just like you when I turn into an 80-year-old racist grandfather. All right, that's about all my time. My name is Mike Logan. Thanks, Brian, for having me. Everybody have a nice night.
We got any golfers here?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I fucking suck at golf. We're gonna talk about it anyway. All right. I had somebody ask me like they wanted to go have this golf charity event and participate. Let me tell you how much of a golfer I am. Okay. There are nude beaches that see less balls. Okay. There are nude beaches that see less balls. All right. And they're a lot cleaner. All right. And they're a lot older. Disgusting. Those guys should be washing their balls like every day. Like, I gotta wash my balls every 5 minutes when I'm playing golf. All right? So this buddy of mine invites me for this charity event for a pregnancy center, right? And I'm like, well, that's weird. We're going to a pregnancy center. All right, that's fine. Well, the name of the event was called One Day, 100 Holes. Let me back up for a second. A pregnancy center, 1 day, 100 holes. That's the name of the event? Really? Why does 1 day, 100 holes sound like, oh, I don't know, a documentary? Or a cockumentary? About a porn star spending the entire day with one mission, to have sex with 33.3 women. If you haven't done the math, that's 3 holes a woman, 1 midget. It's like we're trying to save a porn star dying of AIDS or something, right? Like, that was my Make-A-Wish kid. I was like, really? 1 day, 100 holes? Come on. I wanted to make a wish. I always wanted to be a part of Make-A-Wish Foundation, but no, I got fucking Ron Jeremy Foundation, apparently. Yeah, like, that guy's dick needs saving. All right, fuck that guy. All right? Because, yeah, 1 day, 100 holes, because that'll stop him from, you know, having hula hoop contests. Right? So with their teeing off, it's like 4, every guy that promised to pull out but didn't. 4, every dumb bitch that lied about being on the pill. Shit, I thought the Bev cart was going to come around. There was going to be a special appearance by Maury Povich driving the Bev cart. Like snacks, beer, prophylactics, snacks, beer, paternity tests. Shit. I'm thinking maybe next time they decide to have that event, they should change the name to One Day You Keep Your Fucking Legs Closed. But maybe that's just me thinking outside the box. I don't know. Oh, all right. You guys have been awesome. You guys have a good night. Thank you.
It's been a crazy week. I heard those words that no man ever wants to hear. I'm late. So let's just say I'm gonna be a dad. First time in my life, about to be 30, gonna be a dad. Yeah. Don't clap, don't clap. I got the hooker from Craigslist pregnant. I'm not very proud of it. Dirty bitch. Gets me every time. Every time. No, it's crazy though. For real though, I'm gonna be a dad. Real cool, real excited about that. I'm not really sure what I'm more excited about first. Don't judge me here, but I know I was supposed to be excited about having a kid, but I'm kind of more excited about having my girl squirt her milk in my face. I'm judging. Everybody's got their shit. Yo, don't close your eyes against me. I'll be like a Labrador dog retriever trying to lick water out the hose. It gets worse, people. It gets worse. I'm not allowed to drink because she's pregnant. So it's only fair that I can't drink. So I said, okay, I'll give it a shot. 1 month. It's the longest goddamn week of my life. But you start seeing a little clearly, you know, when you don't drink. You start, you know, behaving yourself and not making dumb decisions. But we've all been guilty of doing some dumb shit. We've been drinking, right? Everybody's got a stupid ass story when they were drunk, correct? Am I right? Everybody's done something they regret. Well, I made a song about a stupid thing that I did when I was drunk that I'll never forget. You want to hear it? Yeah. Right, here you go. So now, don't clap or nothing because it'll fuck me up. It does every time. I'm white, so black people don't start clapping and shit. Just here we go, okay? Something like this. Here's a story that I got to tell, ba-doom, cause I remember this so well, ba-doom. I only got myself to blame, ba-doom. About to have to hold my head on in shame. Come on now. Last night I went to the bar, ba-doo, spotted me a hottie from afar, ba-doo. Talk some game, try to take her home, ba-doo. Hopefully tonight I get to bone. Come on now. Hit the bed, started to get down, ba-doom. Saw my tongue went all around, ba-doom. Wait a minute, was that you said, ba-doom? What the fuck you mean you're on your period? Come on, Now I'm pissed, what the fuck, Jenny, ba-doom. Now my mouth is like a bunch of pennies, ba-doom. Now I got fucking red all around, ba-doom. Now I look like goddamn Bozo the Clown, come on, Yeah, wow. You know what I should have done? I should have tuned the sub on her butt. And for y'all people that don't know what tuna sub is, spell it backwards. Wait for it. For all you dumb people, it's bust a nut. I'm Merlin. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, friends, I recently was arrested. It wasn't fair to me because, look, the cop was not wearing a uniform, and the cop wasn't even a real prostitute. So, anyway, I go to mandatory counseling. I ask for a woman. It is $150 an hour. There's a couch, so I figured that's how that works. But I got this dude, and he said, "What was going on in your life?" Well, this is weird, but it started at Jude's barbershop. And he's like, okay, half the guys here say that. So she shampooed my hair. It felt good. Then she said, do you want a massage? It's a few extra bucks. And I thought, cool, you know, she'll rub my shoulders, I'll rub her shoulders, we'll have sex. But no, she wasn't being honest. She used a machine on me, and I didn't have one. So, from there I went to the massage parlor. She used her hands. At the end, she gave me an HJ. And she didn't ask, she just gave me an HJ. She said that costs $50 extra, or I'm gonna call the police. And I don't talk to police because I'm black. So, anyways, I paid her and I left. Now I decided I like the massage, I like the happy jizzing, but I want sex. So I found a hooker, and it was cool. It was sex, but she made me wear a condom and a burlap sack over my head, which I wasn't going to argue because what if she stabs me? So now I needed a hooker who would do it without a condom. So I went to Myers, right? I needed groceries. It was haircut groceries. That was supposed to be my day. So there's a very beautiful lady at Myers, and you know, her neck was beautiful. It was very delicate. I wanted to bite it because I've been reading those teenage paranormal romance novels. And if you don't know, there's these teenagers, they're attractive, they dress cool, they talk cool, they say profound things about life and love, and they have magic powers, and they fuck. So, my girlfriend is the one who got me into that. She is a teenager. Yeah, seriously, she just turned 12 and a half. So, anyways, I didn't tell the lady at Myers I had a girlfriend. I said, look, let's have sex. I'll pay you, no condom. And she pulled out her badge and arrested me. So, anyway, I get in court. She's there. And I told the judge, this is really unfair. She's at Myers trying to get groceries, okay? And you're just asking her to arrest people. Like me, I gave her a choice, right? You just expect it. Because look, I mean, she was there. I was trying to win chivalry points with her. But somehow, I was guilty anyways. And when you're guilty, you do get to say a few words. So I said, look, Miss Lady Officer, I'm sorry if somehow you were uncomfortable with my generous offer. And it was a compliment. A lot of women have sex for free, so it was really quite a compliment. And but if that's wrong, okay. And to prove to you I'm a changed man, I will fuck you for free. And anyways, I still, somehow I was guilty. I did not go to jail though, because I'm white. So that was cool. The judge was about to speak, and I started praying. I'm like, God, I know I'm like kind of a wannabe. I listen to gangster rap to be cool and stuff, but you made me white for a reason, God. And anyway, the Lord heard my cry, and so that was good for me. No jail. And nobody in the world wants to go to jail, do they? No, because jail's fucked up. I mean, like Grand Rapids lockup, have you watched it? There's some cool people there, but there's some really scary people there. And anyways, I saw that first episode. There was a good girl turned crack hoe. She stole the show. She stole my heart. I ended up calling Kent County like, how much to bond her out? He said, well, you're the 100th caller, but she doesn't have a bond, okay? So I'm like, cool, I don't have to stop at the ATM or anything. I'll be right there. And he's like, no. Okay, fine, it's like bowling, you know? If you want shoes, you have to give your shoes. I'll take her overnight, you can have my mom overnight, right? My mom would do it, honestly. She is really cool, she loves me a lot. She's a very caring mother. But anyways, the dude still said no, and in the end, I just cussed him out, and I said, look, you don't know your job at all, you were raised in a barn, and I'm going to talk to your boss and get you fired. Because that's how you got to talk to customer service. And he's like, look, we're not a library where you can check them out and return them. Not that you would return them, okay? And so stop calling. I know your voice, okay? This is getting old. And I think that I'm out of time twice, maybe. I don't know what that means. He did it again, and he kind of smiled. I was going to tell you guys Merry Christmas. Yeah, both of them. I don't know.
Finish the joke.
Yeah. Like, you know, Merry Christmas? A nice old lady said Merry Christmas to me yesterday, and it wasn't the same as it used to be. I was like, what if she really meant fuck you, in case I'm one of those happy holidays people, so I can't really tell you Merry Christmas, but I do like you guys a lot, and anyways, have a great night. Second half of the show is coming up.
I'm not like overly religious, but I'm actually looking forward to the second coming of Jesus, because I can only come once. That's what that means, right? Like Jesus hasn't came in like 2,000 years. That's gonna be magical. 2,000 years of semen is disgusting. So yeah, looking forward to it. You know, people tell me I do God's work sometimes, usually after that joke. But I think they just mean that I judge everyone. And I mean, if God really does judge everyone, isn't he a 13-year-old girl? Yeah. I take all my views on homosexuality from the Bible. Jesus had 2 dads, he turned out alright. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think gay parents are any different than straight parents, though. Like, I knew this guy in high school, and he had 2 dads, and they both molested him. Yep. I think all the girls from my high school are finding the fountain of youth, because all I've seen are pictures of babies on Facebook. Because everyone's having kids, everyone else is having fun. These kids suck. Anyways, I hear that child soldiers is a big problem in South America or wherever. I don't know. Which, I mean, it doesn't really make sense to complain about child soldiers because aren't they called infantry? That just makes sense. Okay, here's one. I actually got out of a relationship a while ago. Ever since then, people have been telling me to turn to God, have a relationship with Jesus, but I don't think he puts out. So that's off the table. I'd actually like to tell you about when my girlfriend and I broke up. I held her for one last time like this, even without a microphone in my hand. And I whispered in her ear, "It's been real." Which, I don't know if you know, is a terrible phrase to describe anything. Unless you're breaking up with your imaginary girlfriend. It's been real. Even if you haven't. I actually ran into an ex-girlfriend of mine, not that one, but a different one, at a funeral. I was actually happy to see her despite the circumstances, because it's her funeral. I don't know why you clap for that. It's a little terrible. I sleep in a queen-size bed. It's the perfect size for a cross-dresser. How many gay jokes is that tonight? I'm pretty sure it's a Freudian slip. Now, sometimes this microphone is actually just a penis. I'm talking to it. I'd like to leave you with this. I actually have a skill when it comes to women, if you could believe. I can tell if the one I'm talking to is a lesbian within 10 minutes. See, because the thing about straight women, they don't talk to me for that long. I'm Patrick Fowler, thank you.
I'm not very good with women, you guys. I know it's going to be very shocking to you. Like, I know, right? Yeah, that's usually what happens when we're in the bedroom. It sounds cute now, but that's not something you want to hear a woman. Aww. Well, I'm still gonna do it because I'm here, but I mean, no, I just have the worst luck with women, and it's not just. I mean, I'm able to obviously talk to strangers and people, and I don't have a fear of meeting new people and talking to people. It's just bad luck. Like sometimes my brain just shuts off completely. I was actually at one of those Match.com mixers. You guys heard about that? You join Match, and then they get together at like Bar Louie around here, or other places, and everybody gets to meet everybody. You're all single. I was at one of these, and I went over with my buddy to talk to a couple of really attractive young women. There was 2 of them, 2 of us. I like those odds. So we went over there, and so I started talking to one. My buddy's talking to, and she says, I said, "Hi, my name is John. What's your name?" And she says, "My name is Saxony." I said, "Saxony? Ooh." She said, "Yeah, Saxony." Like she had been saying that her whole life. And people were like, "What the fuck did you just say? I don't understand." But I jumped right on it, you guys. I was like, "Oh, Saxony. You mean like the region in Germany?" And she was so impressed, right? She was, "Oh my God, nobody's ever said that to me in my life." She's like, "How did you know that?" I go, "I play a lot of Risk."
I love to celebrate the holidays, all of them, and Christmas is upon us. And pretty soon it'll be, a brand new year, which is fantastic, because my daughters are really excited about that. And one of them, she's a 2nd grader, came up to me the other day and said that her resolution for next year is to keep her room clean. And I looked at her and I said, Are you sure it's not to lose 5 pounds? This couple in North Carolina got arrested recently for distributing videos of them having sex with animals, which is crazy. It's true. It's really true. The husband in this relationship is a United States Marine, you guys. And I just feel like that totally changes the game if you ever run into this guy in the future, you know? Like, I'm all about thanking, you know, the military for their service. But with this guy, you would want to be really specific, right? You'd want to throw something on top of it like, I meant Afghanistan, and not the dog porn. Thanks for some of what you do, but not all of it. Guys, Facebook makes me sad. Anytime I log in to get updates on the many wonderful, fabulous women I've known in the last 30 years, you know, all these white women. Girls that I waited tables with in college or roomed with in grad school. I gotta tell you that their photo updates that they post these days of the people that they spend time with, they really lack diversity. What I'm saying is, no one got another black friend to replace me when I left. Were they glad to see me go? You know that some of them are like, mark that black friend shit off my bucket list. Can finally climb Mount Everest, right? It's about time. Do something new. Oh, man. So I have a friend right now who's not talking to me. She's pretty upset. She turned 30 recently. Wonderful milestone. Several parties thrown in her honor, and I couldn't make it to any of these events. And what I want to say to her the next time if she'll talk to me is, hey, I'm from Ethiopia, okay? My parents from a third world country. Man, they don't plan birthdays. They plan funerals. I can't tell you how upset my father was when I outgrew a coffin he scored at a yard sale, guys. It was a really good deal. I'm married, you guys. I have a wonderful husband. It's been 10 years of matrimony. Thank you. But don't go thinking we're heroes, you guys. It's for the kids. 12 more years. Said we'd get them to college, so hanging in there. But my husband is a wonderful father. Here's proof. This summer he woke up really excited on a Saturday and he was like, I want to surprise the kids with a trip to Michigan's Adventure. But where should I tell them that we're going instead so it'll be a total shock when we arrive? And I thought about it before saying, what about Disney World? Why don't you tell them we're going there, hotshot? See what they think. Let me tell you that today is the last time, guys, that I let my children join me in the dressing room at Macy's to try on clothes. I saved $300 thanks to their constructive feedback. For example, I never knew that my back had a belly. It's true. But as I left, I told the manager there, man, I am not returning until you designate a bully-free zone. These kids can be so cruel. Oh, man. What else can I tell you about my family and my children? Well, one of my daughters thinks my husband and I argue too much. And the other day she was like, I wish you two liked each other better. I wish you two liked each other better. And I was like, oh, here's a teachable moment with my kid, you know? So I sat her down and I said, honey, you have to know that if this marriage falls apart, it's entirely your fault. Dad and I got along great before you arrived. Things got even worse when your sister showed up, so don't go thinking you know anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't know shit.